Hello everybody, it's Tuesday today. A lot of you seen on Monday night that I was down at the allotment very late on. If you had a look on the YouTube channel, I went live. Thoroughly enjoyed that. That was nice. It was nice to get a chat to everybody. I might do that, make that weekly thing if I come down on a Monday night. It just depends on what my shifts happen and stuff like that. But I might do that a few more times and I enjoyed that. Anyhow, I finished work today. I'm still in my work stuff, so I'll not be doing any digging or anything like that. It's just started raining here as well. It is now 5 to 7, so I've just been nipping around there because I've got a plan of action at the moment, so I'll spin you around and show you what I've been getting. So I've managed to pick myself up a couple more compost bins. So there's 2 there. I've got these for a combined total of £5, so I'm very happy with that. What the plan is I've already got 2 here. So I've got this one here and I've got that one there. So the plan is to get another one there, another step 2. So the next, then I need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I still need another 5 compost bins. So I'll be on the lookout for them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill all of these compost bins up with wood chip, because the wood chip is composting really well. And so I'm going to leave them in there. And what I'm going to do with the compost bin at the bottom there is I'm just going to fill that with manure. Empty all that out, get it all sorted, fill it with manure, and then I'll be able to have a hot compost bed and I'll be able to use it for its intended purpose. I did a bit of de-weeding on here last night, so my onions have been pretty poor. I mean, I've only getting what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I've only got 19 onions from here. As you can see, the spaces, I mean, I had 2, then 3, then 2, then 3, then 2, then 3, then 2, then 3. I'm getting 19 altogether. It's ridiculous, shocking, but never mind. But yeah, that's the plan with the compost bins. I'm going to get them done. I'm going to try and find another 5 from somewhere and get that sorted out. I was down here late last night as I had to move the leeks, because the leeks were in here, then the middle greenhouse. It was cold last night, so I've just put them in here with the fire on. They actually need potting on as well, so I'll be putting them into the large buckets. So them large buckets there, I'll be getting some more. I'll be getting them, the ones with the bottoms on, of course, from the bottom. I'll be getting them. I'll be putting them in there possibly tomorrow evening. But more good news as well is I've managed to purchase my polytunnel cover. So the cover that goes across there, managed to purchase that. I've getting some hotspot tape which goes on the tunnel covers as well, protects the plastic when it's on. I just need to get some more wood to secure it to the edges. Then some more wood to use as cross beams. So I need to get some more wood to go across there, and more wood across to there, and across there, and across there. So just to secure it and make it strong. So that's probably going to be a job for next weekend. So keep a lookout for that. I've kind of went nuts actually. I've got my first pay on Monday, so I went and I've bought a ton of stuff. Oh God, I've kind of went mental, to be honest. So I've got my tunnel cover, I've bought a new soaker hose, I'm on the process of buying some polythene for the black and white polythene for the leek beds and stuff like that as well. So like I say, keep an eye out for all of them. In the meantime, I've got lots of potting on to do as well in the greenhouse, so I'll be getting on with that when I get a chance to. But as of today, I'm going back home now, and we'll see how we'll get on tomorrow. Hi guys, it's Wednesday evening. I've just finished work, so I've come straight home, sort the kids out, and I'm now about to pull on some more tomatoes, sow some more tomatoes. I'm forgetting to put my standard toms in, which are the Ailsa Craig ones, which we'll be doing a test this year, and we'll be growing them outside. So I'll have a few at home here for little Elizabeth to play with. I'll take some for Kyle, for little Kyle at school as well, because Kyle's school's asked us to donate some flowers and stuff and some vegetables for the kids to use. So not only I'll be helping out with the girls at school, I'm going to help out with little Kyle's school as well. I don't have enough hours in the day. So, but anyways, I've got my Wilson Standard, the Ailsa Craig tomatoes. So I'm just going to get these sowed now, and then see what else needs potting on in here. There is a few bits and pieces that need potting on, but I'll see what I can get done with. So I'll see you in a bit. That's them potted in, so that's Ailsa Craig's. I'm just going to leave them in here in the sunshine. I do have these brassicas to pot on, and also these tomatoes and everything, but what I'll do is I'll take them, tomatoes and chilies, I'll take them down to the allotment tomorrow and I'll get them potted on tomorrow. I'm going to check on these dahlia cuttings as well. see if we've got any more rooting on them. And I also need to get these tomatoes potted on as well, so I've still got a lot of work to be getting on with, so I'm going to get on with that now, then get cracked on with any other bits and pieces that I've got to do. Well, it's Friday evening. It's been a long time since I've been a couple of days and I've been in the garden, so it's time to get some watering done. Well, I'm now drenched. As you've probably seen there, the end of my hose isn't working properly, so I'm going to have to buy a new one. They're only a couple of quid, so that's not too bad. So I'm going to water the rest of these by hand. There's only this little section in here to do. I will need to move these leeks and everything out of the top greenhouse here, but at the minute that's everything soaked. We're going to have a hot spell this weekend, so I wanted to make sure that everything was nice just as the sun's going over there, so everything will be well watered, so because when I come down tomorrow they'll not need to be done much tomorrow until tomorrow afternoon. So that means I can get on with all the rest of the things that I need to get on with basically. I'm going to pop over tomorrow because I need to get some more charge and some more mycore before I pop these giant onions on, and also pop the leeks on behind me, because I'm going to pop a lot of these leeks into the tomato tubs tomorrow, using the soil that I've got outside as well. So I'll do a little bit of a mixture with the Humax and the soil outside. Other than that, just rest of the bits and pieces, the rest of the stuff to be getting on with, and I've got a little bit more potting up to do. So well, I've got a little bit of time now. I'm going to see what I can get potted on and what because from the compost that I've got left. Right, that's that done. So there's a couple more beds done. I think I've only got one more bed to dig over, minus the ones that the onions are in, and that's outside done. I've managed to grab myself them 2 Daleks as well, so I'm going to put them up there as well. I'm still on the lookout for another 5, but for the time being I was going to do some potting on, but I've run out of charge and I've run out of some mycore as well, so I'm going to go and pop along and get some more of that tomorrow. Then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop the quality onions from the top greenhouse into the bottom greenhouse or into the middle greenhouse, depending on what it's like, because the weather's not going to drop below, temperature's not going to drop below 10 degrees overnight up until Wednesday. So so between now and then they'll be alright sitting in the greenhouse outside. So I'm going to go and pop them in there. Then that means I've got space in here to get potting on, because there's a few, the larger stuff needs potting on as well. These onions need potting on. The giant ones, the heavy ones, there's also some leeks there that need potting on. There's also some leeks in the middle greenhouse which need sorting out as well. So I've got a lot of potting on to do, and I've got a lot of tomatoes and chilies to pot on as well. So I do need some more space for all of these things, so I'm going to get cracked on and move some more stuff around now. Okay, so I've just finished off in here, just to move some stuff around. So I've managed to get my leeks in that. All the flowers now are down in the bottom greenhouse. So I've gotten all of them down there, which I'll show you on tomorrow or Sunday. Up in the top here, I'm ready to go for potting on. So I'm just going to get my buckets and everything ready, then I'm going to head off home. Then tomorrow I'm going to go and get me charge of my core, then I've got a full day of potting on. That's it. All I'm going to do tomorrow is pot on. So they're getting everything's getting potted on, so the leeks are all getting potted on, the onions are all getting potted on here, and they're all going to go into these buckets here. So they're all going to go into them buckets, and from them buckets they're going to stay in there for a few weeks. Then I'm going to get them into here. So if you remember, I cut the bottoms off these buckets down here. They're ready to sink in, and I'll just transplant them straight into there. Okay, so that's sorted out. I've still got lots of things to pot on here, but I'll spin these around and show you all the leeks, because the leeks are just screaming to be potted on. They are. So I'll quickly just turn these around and I'll show you where they're at the moment. So an absolute field of green. So no, not that type of green. Right, so show you here. So I've got my granddad's pot leeks here. So these are the smaller ones that I potted on the other night. Same with these ones. These are the bigger ones. So I'll leave them in there. The Peter Glazebrook onions, or I've got the three I've got, are in there, and they're going to need potting on as well, because you can see down the side there. So I need to get them sorted out. These are my Yorkshire Giants. So I've got 3, 6, 7, 8, and there's 9 Yorkshire Giants here. Right, I've got 3, 6, I've got 7, I've got 8 of them in air pots, and the other 5 are down the bottom, or the other 4 are down the bottom. So I'll tell a lie, there's 2, there's 3, so all the ones in air pots here, so 8 of them are Yorkshire Giants, the rest of them are down in the bottom greenhouse down there. So that's them in there. We've got me big CSX leek here, so that's the big one, that's Big Daddy. That's staying alright. It's got a nice tight little button in the bottom here as well, which I'm quite happy with. I think, to be fair, I've never grown leeks I've never grown show leeks before. You can tell us if it's different or not, but I think this is going to be a good leek as long as you look after it right. And it's funny because it was from a reject, which is absolutely crazy. So just like life, you could be rejected and it just comes straight. You just prove everybody wrong. I've got a couple of pendulum proof there, so I've got 6 originally. I've got 2 here and 2 at home. I've just got a couple of makeshift collars on them, so they're all shooting up there as well. I've got a couple of Cumbrians here in these 2 pots, 2 buckets. Now these have been here for a little while now, so I probably will have to move these on into some better compost with some more feed and some mycorn, things like that. So we'll see what happens with them. And over here what we've got some CSX leeks here. So as you can see, the ones at the back here, these are starting to pick up. So these ones in the air pots. So I've got a Cumbrian there as well. So that's one here has a Cumbrian. So that one there's a Cumbrian. There, I've got them all marked out. So there's a CSX at the back, there's a CSX at the back there. They're starting to bulk up. As you can see, going off my finger. They're coming through all right in the air pots. They'll be getting potted on. So everything in the air pots will be getting potted on in the big buckets. Move on here. So these are all Cumbrians. So I've got Cumbrians here. There's Cumbrians in the back there as well. There's some good sized Cumbrians in there. Oh, hello Mr. Sneer, I've just spotted you there. You can come out of the greenhouse because you are not welcome. That's you chucked outside. So where was I? Oh yes, Cumbrians. So these are Cumbrians here. So they're starting to get too big for their boots here at the minute. I'll see if I can grab one and flip it around. Oh no, I've already got one here. Man. So no, I haven't. That's a CSX. So let's have a look here and grab this one here. See if I can get well, you can see the roots at the bottom there. So I'll just stop there and I'll just pull this out. Let's have a see. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Right, have it. So as you can see, they're feeding from the bottom, and I just potted these on not long ago as well. The root system's great on them. They haven't started coming down the side and stuff yet, but I think they're ready to be potted on. So I'm going to get that potted on. That's a Cumbrian. Put that back in its pot. Okay. So and these ones are the CSX leeks. So these ones here were at the same time, both planted at the same time as that one there. So you can see the difference. That one was sitting on the windowsill at home, and this one was under the light. These ones were under the lights at home, but unfortunately I didn't keep the temperature at a steady just above 10 degrees back when they were smaller. But with the generation, the heat and everything, and bringing them down here, in the sun, they've come on leaps and bounds. So just to show you these ones as well, because I potted these up not long ago as well. So I'll just spin this one around, and as you can see, I've got some roots on there as well, some alright roots on there as well. So I'm just going to pop this back in its pot. So I'm going to do it with one hand, gentle, there we go. So that in there, and you can see, like I say, it's thicker than my finger. That one's ready to be potted on as well. Like I say, they're screaming to be potted on, sorry. Another 4 to 5 weeks, these will be going out. They'll be going outside, so I look forward to getting them out. So that's where the leeks are sitting at the moment. At the back here, I'll just show you. I've got my Grandad Dave's pot leeks, so there's more in there. I've got some improved red, so the quality onions, and some Mammoth improved here. They're the ones that I potted up last week. And I've also got some Ayrshire Craig here as well, which need to be sorted out. So I need to sort them out as well, so that's another job to get done with. And just these bits in here. So these are the onions, as you already know. They're coming along canny, I think they're coming along canny. They're getting tall. These definitely need potting out. They're potting on, sorry. So I'm gonna get, as soon as I get my stuff sorted, I'm gonna get these all done as well. And we'll have a bit of a mix around with some Humax compost and some soil that's already outside. My theory is basically they're going into the soil outside that has already been fed. So if I put a bit of mix of Humax and a mix of the soil that's already outside and already been fed and already neutralised, then it shouldn't be so much of a hit when they go outside into different soil. So they'll have familiar ground sort of thing. That's the thought, and anyways, if I'm wrong, let me know. If you think it's a good idea, let me know. Let's say it's all experiment for me this year. I've never grown these before, so that's that. So I just want to show you one more thing, apart from the flowers outside again, because they're still there. As you can see, they're still lovely showing on there. So I've got some new tulips come up. There's a nice red and white one. No, I'm not all for red and white, as you know. I'm a black and white supporter, but there's some nice colours on these ones. There's a nice yellow one there as well. It's a form of tulip, I do believe. If I'm mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. I do have the names for these ones as well. Just watch me step here. So you can see here, them ones there. They're nice tulips. Now these are part of the spring bed, and these ones are the Columbus, the double early Columbus. So that's what these are. Lovely daffodils then. Nice. There's some nice fiery orange ones there as well at the back. So they're alright, they're nice. We're losing some as well. So while I'm in this corner, looks like we've got some blossom going on the pear tree. So I'm pleased about them. It looks like there's plenty of blossom on there, so we'll definitely get some fruits. I mean, look, there's one there, it's already been pollinated. Sorry, I'll show you. Let's see if I can zoom into it and focus on that one there. So there you go. First sign of a pear. Woohoo! So, just careful with my steps. I've got some rake, some seed down here. There's a lot of mixture between the weeds and stuff like that as well, but we'll see how they go over the time. These ones here for the tulips for the spring bed are the flaming parrot. So as you can see, they're just starting to come through there. Sorry about the focus. Starting to come through there, which is nice to see. Some more red and white ones there. And these ones here, these are the first to come up. These were the first to come up basically. Look at them. They're different colours, aren't they? I'm very impressed with these tulips. I'm definitely going to get some more. These are Gavota tulips. I can still smell them hyacinths. They smell lovely. So just watch me step here, because I have noticed that where's it gone? There it is there. So first sign of the gladiola that I planted. I've left everything in here. I left in perennial wise. So I left them in there last year, and there's my first gladiola from last year. I have got some planted down there in the cold frame, but see how they go then. Apple tree, we've got blossom on the apple tree as well. fantastic. They blossom. Look lovely them. And flowers look lovely when they come open. But so big reveal. So I know somebody that has been looking forward to seeing, apart from myself, these tulips, which I'll just spin you around and show you. So these ones here are the black parrot. So these, I know Dave, Blue Star Dave from Dave's allotment, is looking forward to getting his open. Well, Dave, mine have just started to open up there. So as you can see there, nice dark purple. They look nice. They're doing good little buds like. But I've still got some daffodils there as well. That's cool. But yeah, these will be opening up shortly. So I'll have these for a couple of weeks. So I'll show you when they open up. What else is there? Well, them strawberries are alright. The sweet peas are alright there. They're starting to climb up there, and I've got the ones that's in there as well, and they're going to start climbing up as well. These daffs here, I don't know what they were called, but they're lovely as well. But yeah, that's them sorted out in any case. Right, so that is that me done. So as you can see, I've still got lots of potting on to do, lots of stuff to be getting on with. So, oh, I'll show you the flowers, will I? Oh, will I? No, I'm not. I'll save that until tomorrow. The garlic bed's coming along nicely. As you can see, the garlic I put in from my own saved garlic last year. That's all covered up with the Casablanca and the other ones that I bought from Wilkinson's. We've still got some nice plants, nice flowers there as well. One more thing I'll show you, and that's it, because I do have to go. I was going to show you, but I've ended up rabbiting on. So just underneath here, all of these lilies need to go out. They've had the time in here. They're underneath and it's nice and cool, but they're just about hitting the top of the benches, so they need to go out. These ones in the black boxes, the black rose pots, they need to go out. So I'm going to get that sorted out as well this weekend. So yeah, still lots to be getting on with. Hopefully I'll make a good dent on it over the coming weekend. It's expected to be lovely weather, so I hope you all enjoy that. I know a lot of you will be watching this come Sunday night or Monday or whenever I put it on, following through the week. But I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I'm going to get cracked on and busy and sorted and get everything that I need to get done, because I've got sweet corn that's ready to go out, so that's going to have to go in the cold frame. So much stuff to be getting on with, but I will get on top of it and I will get sorted out. Don't worry about that. So I'll catch you tomorrow and Sunday and see how things go after that. Hey guys, what a beautiful day it is today. It's around about lunchtime of the day. It's Saturday. I've just been on my travels this morning. Basically, I've been up to see Gary Cooper, Geordie Giant Veg, up at his shop over at Backworth. So thanks very much for the advice and everything, Gary. It was a pleasure to meet you. Like I say, you're more than welcome to come down anytime you like. I've got a couple of them Cornish Giants for you, put at the side. So they've got your name written all over them. So yeah, it was lovely visiting. Picked up some supplies as well, so I got some more charge in my court to get these onions and leeks potted up, and everything else potted up as well. So I'm going to get that sorted out now as well, because I've got a couple of hours. Then I'll get majority of the stuff done tomorrow as well. So yeah, I'm going to get sorted out. Put some sun cream on because it's very hot, and I'm going to get cracked on. So I'll show you around once I've gotten that sorted out. Okay. Before I start putting them Cornish Giants on, I'm going to show you the ones I've getting off Gary today. So these two are red giant ones. So I'll just spin you around and show you. I'm going to leave them outside, as I was told to do so. So that's them two there. So thanks very much for those, Gary. Well, they'll be going in the ground not for long. I just need to find somewhere to put them. As I mentioned to you, I'm starting to run out of space here at the garden. But I'm going to get cracked on with these Cornish Giants and get them potted on. Okay, so I'm got my mix sorted out. So I've got my mix sorted out. I'm going to pot on my Cornish Giants that I've got at the moment. I've got some out home which I'll be potting a few more up, because these ones seem to have taken a bit of a hit with the weather recently. Oh, by the way, I've put my top back on as well, because when I was mixing the compost up, it was getting me belly and me belly button and everything. So it's not good, this naked cod and larky when you're trying to pot on. So if you remember correctly, I only potted these on not long ago. and I'll show you what the root system's like. Look at that, man. That. It's already bursting to be potted on. So what I'm going to do is, I've got some larger pots, not too big, not too big. So once they go in here, that'll be them done. Then I'll put them outside, more than likely. So I've just got my normal mix of humax, my perlite, my vermiculite, and my charge. I've got my my cabbages here. Just stick a bit in the bottom, put it in on the edges, squeeze them down. A bit more on the sides. Lift up, put a little hole there, get my mycorrhizal fungi, spray some in the bottom of the hole around the sides, and get my cabbage. It's not that one I'm after, that one there. Over the pot, sprinkle some mycorrhizal on the root system. Pop it in there, give it a tap, make sure that's nice and firm. And that is that. So that's one of them done. Now with it being midday, I don't want to water these too much. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to be watering from the top, I'm going to water from down below, so it absorbs the water from underneath, but I'm not going to give it too much. Because I don't want to scorch the tops, because I believe that's what's happened with these. So you can see these have all been turning colour on the top there. I believe they've been scorched with the water that's been sitting on top, but this one seems to be alright. So that's another handy tip for you as well, when you can try and water from below, not water on top, especially when it's hot weather coming as well. So I'm going to pop the rest of these up, and I'm going to take the lilies out of here and try and find a new place for them. Now that those giants are potted up, so they're potted up, and I'm going to leave them in the tray here just to soak up. What I'm going to, I actually had a message of somebody, I can't remember if it was on YouTube or Facebook, but regarding the carrots and the parsnips that I put away last year for like, well, the ones I grew last year I put away for storage. And I put them into one of the raised beds and left them to see how they go on. So I'm going to take us down there, and I'll show you what they look like basically. So I haven't touched them since the last time I had it, just to check on them. But I'm going to pull all the carrots up and leave and a couple of parsnips to take up home to use, because I'm going to need that bed in the middle for the lilies. Which once I've pulled them up, I'll go take the lilies down and then leave them outside to harden off basically over the next week, because the weather's going to be fine for the next week for them to be able to do so. So I'll not have to pull them in, take them up back out again. So once I've done that, as I say, is go down there and get that sorted out next. And once that's done, I'm going to have to shoot off, because I've got prior arrangements. But I'll be here all day tomorrow to get everything potted on, the leeks, the onions, the rest of the little bits in here which need potting on. I'll get all of these bits here, they'll all get potted on as well. So I've got parsnips and I've got carrots. They've been stored in here since December, before December. Just pulled them up there. Quick wash. There's the carrot. Still hard. Still as fresh as I pulled up last time round as well. Still tasty, it's sweet that. Parsnips exactly the same. I won't be tuning into this because it needs cooking first. But if you need to store your vegetables, your root vegetables, just pop them in to the unused bed. mark them out, and they'll stay there for months and months on end. So I'll definitely be doing that next year again. I'm very pleased with that. So I'm going to dig some more of these up, and I'm going to start to get them set and get ready for go home. I will be putting, I've got parsnips in this bed, and I've got carrots in that one, and in this one here I'll be putting the lilies. So this one here, the lilies will be going in here, so that's what the plans were. That's why I'm going to go and grab them lilies and put them outside, ready to go, so they can enjoy the sunshine over the weekend. Morning guys, Sunday morning, 9 o'clock, early start, plenty good to be getting on with today. I brought a couple of sunflowers down from home, the giant ones, not the Wilkinson's ones, the proper giant ones. The ones I've got is like a backup sort of thing if the one really big one doesn't pan out. So what I'm doing this morning is I've already pulled the lilies out and I've put them down at the bottom of the bed like I did yesterday, but I've just organised them to see where they're going to go. I've also getting my buckets ready for these onions, so I'm going to pop these onions in now, so I'll just show you. So what I'm doing is I've got the soil that's already cut, mixed, ready to go for the onions that we put in. I'm going to give this little bit of mix in here with the compost that I've already got. Just potting on, just on a much bigger scale. It's a lovely smell when you're potting onions and leeks on, like, I love the smell of them. Just like tomatoes, I love the smell of tomatoes as well. Just takes you back to when you first started, because tomatoes are pretty much one of the first things you start with, isn't it? So, I did anyways. And once that's done, lift the pot out, get some my cork, fill the hole up, make sure I got the sides and the base. Grab my onion, I'm going to put on. Beast. I'll turn this upside down, being careful. There we'll have it. So you can see there, what a system, what a root system. So next job is to lift it up. Tells a good root system when it keeps its shape. What I'm going to do here, stuck. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of my cork on the sides. And just drop it in. Just running further than that. That's in there now. Just a bit on the top. Shake it around, level it off, and from there it'll be getting a good drink. Grab the first watering can at hands, which happen to be my small one. Now I'm going to do around the edges, because I don't want to water the base of the onion, because I don't want it to potentially rot. So from what I've read and what I've seen, a lot of the growers watering directly, so the bottom, so they're just basically direct like that at the base. So what I'm not going to do is I don't want to do that, okay, and I've just done it, a bit daft, but what I want to do is just get around the sides, just moisten that soil on the outside so the roots go looking for the moisture. What they're doing is, what they're doing is they're soaking from the bottom, so they're watering from the bottom up over, so that the roots, so it doesn't affect the base. So that's what I'm going to do this year when it comes to these. I'm going to water from either around the edges, keeping away from the centre, or water from below. I need to get some more trays though, so that's the next thing, another thing on the list of things to get. But I'm going to get cracked on, get the rest of these potted on, and then we're going to have a look, see what needs to be done with the leeks, because the leeks need potting on as well. Oh well, that took a couple of hours, but I managed. It didn't take a couple. It took about an hour because I got distracted with other things. But the onions are potted up. I'll spin you around and show you. I'm going to leave them in this bottom greenhouse with all the flowers. And speaking of flowers, can you see that there? So it looks like we're getting our first lot of violas. I think they're violas. Let's take a look. Before I show you the onions, let's have a look. Oh, yes, they are the violas. So as you can see, yeah, we're starting to get some. Oh, I'll give it away the sunshine because the sunshine looks better when the sunshine's on. So we're starting to see we're getting my first lot of flowers on these little violas. So they're going to have to start being put outside. So I'm going to start having a think of where I'm going to put all of these. And as you can see, all the asters are starting to bulk up now as well. I've even got stuff on the bottom here as well, just in the shade, out of the sun. It's warm enough in here for them, but and these need a bit of a water as well, but I'll have to wait for that. Anyways, so onions. So I've got me 8 onions. I did have 12. Unfortunately I lost one, and 2 of them I'd already promised to somebody else. So I'm left with these 8. So we'll just have to see how these go. But I've managed to get the 8 in these pots, so these are the final pots they'll be in until they go out. So it's going to be another 2 to 3 weeks before I put these out. So as soon as I start seeing a nice bit of growth on the outsides and stuff like that, I'll pop them in the tunnel. When I get the tunnel sorted out, then once I go in the tunnel, I'll probably plant them out possibly 2 to 3 weeks later. So they're going to be in these pots, I would say, for another 4 to 6 weeks. I am late. I don't know, maybe I'm doing that wrong, but that's what my plan is at the moment, because I've got the leeks to go in as well. So next weekend it looks like I'll be getting the polytunnel up. But these here, I've got 2 which look promising. They're a canny size. The rest of them are around about the same width in pot. So I'll just take you through. So we've got that one there, which looks to be starting to bulk up at the bottom. I need to get some more of them green clips, or make some more, and also the one at the back there as well. So that one there. So yeah, that's them potted on into them. These Yorkshire Giant leeks that I put in here are coming along alright as well. So next job to get done with, I've got the leeks to do, but I've also got these sunflowers to do as well. These ones and the ones I've brought down. So these ones can probably wait. I'm going to get the other ones sorted out, so I'm going to go back to the top of the greenhouse and get cracked on again. Just before I do that, I'll show you, these are where my lilies are going to go, so they're going to go in this bed here. I just need to organise which way they're going to go about, because I've got the 2, there's 2 whites, pink, some deep red ones there, and the nursery ones at the back there, so I might just put the nursery ones in the back there to see how things go with that, but that's what the plan is for there in any case. So I'm going to get cracked on at the top greenhouse. That's them onions sorted, so I'm going to get on with my leeks now. So these are the CSX leeks that I've had in these little pots. You can see that they are damaged, but I'm going to grow them in anyways. I'm not fussed. It's all about learning in anyways. I want to see if I can get them to a decent size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on. I have to find some bigger pots. Not bigger pots, sorry. That's already in a bigger pot. So these are the pots that they're in, the small ones. I don't know the sizes. That's at 12.7 centimeters. So that's 5 inch pots. So there you go. They're in 5 inch pots at the minute, and they'll be going into 2 litres. So there's enough room in there for them to manoeuvre around. So what I'm going to do is, again, just like I did with everything else, put it in there, down the sides. You've seen us do it many times before. Don't need to straighten these. No, if you straighten them, you have to make sure that the leeks are warm, from what I've been told, so that you don't break or snap them. So just gently coax them back straight. What that is because it's been leaning to one side, it's probably been straining for the sunlight. So just keep moving your plants around as well, especially the sunflowers, because the sunflowers can break, damage themselves if they're not supported correctly. So once that's in there, bit of my pot. Now this didn't get the best start of life, I must admit, as I was only learning, but they're getting the best after cane anyways. That's the way I'm looking at it. So they're going to get well looked after now from, even though it's a bit late, they're going to get well looked after from now on. So there's one done. So I'm going to get crack on with the rest of them and move on to the cumbrians. Right, so that's them done as well. I've got to put them on as well, which are their Swedes. So I'll show you them next when I've sort of done this. These sunflowers, these are the giant sunflowers from Giant Veg. So they need potting on now, desperately. You can see the bottom of the pot there. So these are to go towards the Lost on the Crop Sunflower Challenge 2018. So look at that, desperate to be potted on them, desperate. So let's get them sorted out now. So the two in the black tubs are going to go into these large buckets here, large tubs here, and there's two smaller ones are going to go into the smaller buckets, and they'll then get transferred once they get so big into the big yellow buckets if I've got any spare, then into the ground, or alternatively, once these two have been done, they're all going in the ground. More than likely that's going to be the case. So like I've been doing all morning, same thing again. I'm just going to fill the tubs up. It's getting a bit repetitive, I know, but treat everything the same. To get to this one point. Right, let's have a look here. And this gives these plenty room to spread their feet. So I'll just do one. There's one. There's two. Mycorrhizal fungi. Get them out the pots, bang in the hole. I'll get a couple of sticks, I'll stick them up with them, bang it in the hole. Put them on the top here. And there we have it. These did get scorched a little bit off the sun, just on the ends there, but they'll pick back up, no doubt. So where's my sticks gone? There they are up there. I'll have to go and buy some more. I totally forgot I had these one I mentioned earlier. So stick that out of it. There we have it. Sunflowers done. So they're the next two sunflowers done. So I'm going to get them the others two done, then I'm going to crack on and get them sweets put on. Just before I shoot off, I've just pulled this one out of the pot here, and I've noticed it's a bit pot bound. So alright, well I mean pot bound, what I mean is the roots just keep going round and round like that. So basically what I'm going to do here is get my pot here, I'm just going to stick my finger out the middle. I'm just going to try and coax the roots out like that. Circular motion, and there we are. So then I'll put that straight into here, push it right down, tap the sides. There we go, another job's done. So little handy hint for you if you've got any pot bound veg or anything like that. I've got some sweet corn here, that's pretty much nearly the same. They're starting to go around the bottom. So as you can see there, they're going to need potting out shortly, but I'll have to have a think of when I'm going to get them, put them in. But as of them, that's for them. After the sunflowers done, I'll go and give them water, take them down to the bottom with the other sunflowers, and that's them four done and dusted. Now I can move on to getting these sweets potted up. Now the Swedes I'm just going to pot up the same way I did with brassicas, so I'm going to get a tray, I'm going to get 20 little jelly cups, fill them up, poke a hole in, fill them up like that. So I'm going to get 20 of them sorted out, because I think I'm only going to need 40 to be honest. So yeah, I'm only going to need 40 Swede, so I'm going to get there 20 of each variety, and that's that done. So I'm going to get crack on with them. Well, as you can see, I'm a bit flustered in the face here. I've been working pretty hard today. I'll show you exactly what I've been doing right this second. So I'll just spin these around and I'll give you a quick tour of what's been happening and what's going on. Greenhouse. So I've managed to get everything sorted out here. I've brought them my granddad's leeks and the Ayrshire Craig onions down. I need to get them potted on, so that's the next task to be getting on with, possibly tomorrow night or Tuesday night, depending on what happens. More space in here, fantastic. More pot leeks, so Grandad's pot leeks, I potted on. I've got some turnip snowball up here as well that I potted on a little while ago. That's coming on fine. Some more flowers here, pansies and stuff. The tomatoes at the back here, as you can see. So we've got Moneymaker, and also we've got some Gardener's Delight. So we've got 20 of them, 20 Moneymakers, so that should be enough for me, definitely more than enough there. I've got at the top here, there is some, I think these are just the same, the Ormskirk cabbage, which were just spare. I've got some red improved mammoth and some normal mammoth improved onions, the ones that I potted on. I've just potted on these kale here as well, so I've got them done. Apologies for going so quick. So here we've got me Yorkshire Giants, which are looking pretty horrible. They've been damaged. I know they have. It's I think it's I know it's thrip. So thrip damage on here. It was too late for this sticky traps, like, but I'm just getting these. They've already started working. Great. CSS leek, Cumbrian semi-cross, and the rosebud doing it uncanny. This pen improved. That's coming on alright as well. The others in there, pots as well. They're coming on alright. If I can get a big one out of them, I'll be happy. That's what the whole point of this was. I've never grown leeks before, so if I get any big ones, I'll be over the moon. It's learning year. It's a learning curve for me for this year. So all the mistakes I've already made, I'm not going to make them again next year. So next bit, we've got some sweet corn incredible. So we've got all of these ones here are sweet corn incredible, and the ones behind there are the ones I got off Dave's show. So they are Dave, they're coming up canny, mate. So I've just potted them on today as well. Potted all of these ones on as well. So I've kept 8 Cumbrians for pot leeks, and I've kept 8 Cumbrian semi-crosses as well. And the other ones I've just put down the bottom there underneath, because I did have the lilies on here, but I've moved them, so they're just going to be spare. I've also got these are all things I need to be potting on with as well. So I've got Swede best of all, Ormskirk cabbage, greyhound, I've got all sorts on there. So I've got cauliflower on there, so I think they're just spares at the moment. I need to get the sprouts at the end though, they need to be potted on. Come back up and go backwards. All the peas on the bottom there, they're all coming up canny, so they'll need potting out ASAP. No pun intended there, by the way. Inside here, chilies. So I've got the patio sizzle there, we've got the habanero, we've got the hopscotch, so they all need potting on. So that's the next task to be getting on with as well. So the potting on never stops at the moment. I've got some cayenne at the middle there, so they definitely need potting on. The jalapeno, they need potting on, and these ones here are just the backup ones, which I didn't think they were going to come up, so there's spares there as well. Peppers, so I've got Romano mixed, these ones at the front here. Then we've got California Wonder sweet peppers, and we've also got some mini reds as well, so they're all coming along very, very good. The bell pepper that I got off Paul Rochester, the seeds have come up fantastic, so I've got plenty to go from there. The Poblano chilies, the one on for the allotment, they're up there as well, and so are the long spag ones, so they'll need potting on as well. So that's my next task, to get potted on. I'm going to have to take all of these dahlia cuttings as well. They're going to be taken, especially this one here, my favourite, the duet, so I need to get this one off as well, so I can potentially get some more before I pot these in. So that is for the top greenhouse. So I'll spin you around and can see the garden's still full of bloom. It's beautiful. It's lovely. I'll just show you these again as well, because the black parrot have come open. So excuse the dirty hands. They look pretty, like feathered edges. They do look they look nice. They're smaller than what I thought they were going to be like, but I'm pleased with them. They're nice. So if I go across here, them tulips are beautiful as well. I'm definitely going to get some more of them next year. The Gladova, I think they're called. I think I've got them 3 different names now. So yeah, the apple trees are in bloom, which is lovely. See if I can get a nice, there we go. So the apple trees are in bloom. There's plenty of blooms on there, so it looks like we're going to have a good crop of apples this year, hopefully. There's plenty of insect activity around there. Come down, these are the fingered gorilla tulips, so they're looking nice as well. Come to the right, obviously we've got the polytunnel, which we'll be getting its cover on next weekend. I've already started, my granddad's already started picking some mud up for the sides, for the lats, which I'm very appreciative of. He's picked up pretty much just the two sides, the back and the front, so we just need to get some braces and stuff put in for the middle bit. Hello Steve. Garlic's coming on canny. I've just potted these on as well, so these are the Cuban semi-cross leeks which I had in the middle greenhouse, so they're up, they're in there. I know that the peas will probably cover them or whatever, but I'm not fussed, they're in. That's what that's getting used for this year. And the 2 mint on the side here, and I've got the comfrey as well. So that's that bed fully sorted out. I need to put the salad stuff in for this bit here, so I've pulled it out. The radishes are still some. I've already had one of these, so just pull that one up. You can grow them in little trays. I mean, there you go, champion. Nice little radish there. Eat that straight away. It's got a bit of a kick to it. It's lovely. Got a beetroot there, which I need to plant out, so that'll be the next task to get on with as well. Inside the middle greenhouse, everything's ticking along. So the cabbages, the kale, the cauliflower, the purple-headed cauliflower, the mammoth improved, and the red mammoth are coming along there, canny as well. I've just potted these swede on, so these Helena swede, they're on there as well. I need to get these this bush chrysanth, this yellow bush chrysanth cuttings. I need to get the cuttings off them, so that's going to be on the to-do list. What's more, best of all swede potted on there, so there's 20 of them. Giant cabbage. Yeah, I've just potted them up today as well. I've got jack-o'-lantern here, jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. I've just potted them up, so there's 3 there. That'll do me. And the musselburgh leeks are coming along alright as well. So yeah, everything's ticking along nicely. The lilies, that's where they're going to be going. So I've got the white ones there, white ones there, white ones there, white ones on the side there, the red ones in the middle. So it's just laying out where I'm going to be putting them for this coming year. The back there will be the nursery, so that's where all the little ones from these ones are going to go. So they're going to sit in the box and they're going to stay in the back there. Turn you around into the flower greenhouse basically. So as you can see, everything's still ticking along over nicely. So everything's ticking on. Snapdragons, calendula, sunflowers. So I've potted some more sunflowers on today. I've noticed as well that 3 of my sunflowers, the ones from Wilkinson's, are starting to get their first head on. So I know that they do still grow tall, but I think this is only going to be about 6.5 foot tall. Same with this one as well, that's starting to get its first head on as well. And it's only about up to my chest, so I'd say about 5 foot or something like that. The big one, that's still shooting up, which is great. I need to get that potted on as soon as possible, so that'll be getting done tomorrow. And all these little ones will be back following as well. The onions, potted, that's them potted up, and that's them in here. So I'm pleased with them. I actually found another one. I forgot I had one. I had 9 because I lost one, so I originally had 10. So that's the onions are in the buckets. So they'll be staying in them buckets like I mentioned earlier on until they go outside. I need to bring the rest of the Yorkshire giant leeks down here. The grapevine starting to bud up as well there. You can see. So I'm very pleased that they've come up. that gooseberry bush, just thriving in the heat. Some the strawberries here, starting to get strawberries on them, which is great. So just inside the middle there, there's a strawberry on there, so I'm pleased with them as well. So there, I've got 6 here and I've got a few more at home. Nasturtium, all potted up. They're pretty much ready to be going out in a couple of weeks' time. Asters still sitting nicely in the viola. We're starting to get some flowers on the viola, which is nice. And there was also some buds coming on these Livingston daisies as well. Not Livingston's daisies, sorry. They're not Livingston, they're daisies. I was right the first time. Swan River daisies. The calendula's still sitting there nicely as well. Underneath here, we have the marigolds. Love rubbing my hand across the top of the marigolds. So I've got a few different varieties here. It smells lovely. So I've got a few different varieties there in here as well. But they're all sitting, ticking along nicely, just waiting for me to be potted on. I've got some more chrysanthemums there, just sitting underneath here. And the Eastern Star chrysanthemums are there as well. So everything is ticking over nicely at the moment. As am I. Look, there's the parsnips I've dug up today as well. So that's from last year. So that's coming. But yep, that's me finished for this week. So yeah, thank everybody. Once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody for messaging and stuff as well. Hello to everybody, all the new subscribers and everybody as well, and including John as well. Hello John. John's one of the new lads down the plot down here. He's been calling a few times, and I've given him some bits and pieces as well. You're welcome to come in any time, mate. Not a problem. Then again, any questions, just ask. Same goes for everybody else. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I've got a few running ideas going on, which potentially might be long term. I need to get them written down, but you have to look out for them. I'm also looking at potentially going down to the Malvern show in summer. Not summer, autumn. The autumn show. So that's slowly looking like it's potentially going to happen. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So you've always got to look forward to something. And at the moment, it's that's going to be that for come September. But as everything else is here ticking over, I'm pleased with the way everything's going at the moment. So yeah, that's me done for this week. So I'll catch you next week. What you are doing. See you later.